Now, back to Coastal Living on KZTV.
Welcome back, everyone. There's so many great organizations here in the Coastal Bend, and we have the honor of shedding light on the positive things that they're able to do. With me today is Tina with New Life Refuge Ministries to talk about the difference they're making, not only in the community, but throughout the country. Thank you for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having us. We greatly appreciate the opportunity to share the information on how to keep kids and others safe from traffickers. So happy to be here to share that information and talk a little bit more about what's going on with New Life Refuge right now.
All right, so human trafficking, sex trafficking, we see it in the movies. You don't think it's happening in your backyard, but it certainly is. Talk to me about that. Like, how present is that in the Coastal Bend?
Absolutely, and unfortunately, it truly is a global epidemic in every neighborhood, and Corpus is not exclusive of that.
Sure.
We hear, of course, it happens at the border. We hear it happens at other countries. What we don't hear and we don't recognize that it happens here in our own neighborhood. Trafficking can look different, anything from familial trafficking to those that are looking to exploit children online or in person. Drug cartels and gangs have gotten involved because they realize they can sell their drug or their weapon one time, but they can sell a child over and over again. So the more folks that know this information, the more kids and others we can keep safe.
Absolutely, and I'm sure people at home are learning or kind of opening their minds to just a few of the examples that you gave, because it can happen online. Yes, it can happen on the borders, but I don't know how many times I've heard stories of people being followed in the parking lot on their way to their car just from a regular shopping day, and it doesn't matter what side of town you're on. So this can happen anywhere. It's something to take very seriously, and you all just recently received a very generous grant from our organization, from Scripps, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Talk to me about what a difference that's going to make in your efforts to eliminate sex trafficking ultimately.
Wonderful, thank you so much. And we're so greatly appreciated to the leadership and the fact that they have come forth with that $10,000 grant that we've received. We utilize all of our funds. We are very good stewards of every dollar that we get, being the nonprofit that we are. And with the refuge, we have three parts. We have our refuge, which is for the children who are 11 to 17 who have been trafficked, for them to heal, girls.
Okay.
We have our education, where we get out in the community and we talk to everyone. And there's not one group that doesn't need this information. So you can request a speaker, you can request the training, and of course it's the partnerships that we form. So by all of those community partners involved in our efforts, we're able to reach people who would not have known that information, who could have said, oh my goodness, this is happening to me, and stop it and be able to report it. They'll identify it, then be able to report it and hopefully prevent it from going further. So one of the things that we actually are going to utilize, it is in the refuge side of things, for our girls that come to us. We try and work so that they can have some semblance of normalcy in life. So over the summers, well, outside of school time, we will work to bring them to a play. Introduce them to that. Maybe it's a zoo trip, maybe it's even an amusement park, a fun thing. It doesn't always have to be educational, because they really need to know what is out there in life that they have not had the opportunity to be involved in.
And it needs to be sort of a guided effort after what they've been through. We want to bring you back to learn more about this topic, maybe to continue to raise awareness, but where can we go now for more information?
Certainly. If you hop on our newliferefuge.com, that'll take you over to the website. It's the short version. You can certainly give our office a call, 361-946-6331. Happy to talk to anybody about that. But you can get on there on the website and see volunteer opportunities, donation opportunities, education opportunities, and lots of resources to share.
Fantastic. Well, Tina, thank you so much for your time and your efforts here in the Coastal Bend. Go to that website for more details. We'll be back on Coastal Living.